Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Friend or Foe. I am your play-by-play caster, Magnus HGTW, and join with me the one, the only, on the color casting, Tef. Tef, how are you?
I'm doing very good, thank you very much. And we've entered draft, and we've already seen the respect Seraphine ban towards the mid laner of SGR Street Smurf. He's been absolutely destroying and scaling out of his mind on this pick as of late, so it's great to see that ban.
I see the Nocturne ban coming out. Now that's going to be for the Nocturne jungle, right? Because I do know some people like to get feisty with the Nocturne mid.
Yeah, you can play Nocturne mid into, some matchups. It's pretty good, but I mean, Nocturne can flex either top or jungle, depending on like how the draft shapes out. So he ends up being a pretty, solid pick overall. The Kayn ban though is kind of surprising to me. That must be like something that they've scouted out on Demon Lord. I don't imagine Kayn to be a super strong pick.
Now, maybe, now hear me out. Now, this is just a bit of a spot and a chance, a hope, but maybe the top laner was considering playing that top Kayn Ross, but that boy can dream. I don't think that's the play. And at that point, it looks like there's 3 junglers banned across both teams. I gotta ask you, how are these junglers in this team where these bans are warranted?
I mean, Bobrovsky, he was like in contention. I can't remember if he was the first team jungler last season, but he's definitely cemented himself as one of the top tier junglers this year, and he's definitely ban worthy. He picks up Hecarim, which is a very strong early pick. The Chem Tank is super powerful, and we're going to see the Volibear match into it, which most people consider to be not a bad jungle matchup, as both build Chem Tank, and Chem Tank is a very good item right now.
I mean, no kidding, but if the Volibear is in fact, as you say, going jungle, I'm very curious to see how that matchup goes, because I haven't seen a Volibear jungle in a hot minute, and I'm curious how that, and there's the Rumble. Oh no, that's a strong pick right now. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that is definitely a pick that tells you that they believe that they are the better team. Rumble right now is probably one of the less effective champions in the game, and to pick it is to basically say, I believe that I can beat you on a worse champion. It could be going mid or top at this point in time. We don't really know, and I guess that is their idea behind it. They want to be able to flex it, and we're going to see the Galio pick up. You could flex the Galio support in mid, but I'm imagining that they're picking the Galio to try and match the Rumble mid if they believe the Rumble's going mid.
Now, I do got to ask about this. Now, this patch, we are currently playing on the most current patch, which means the Rumble buffs have gone through. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
In which
I believe
case,
so.
Let me assure you, as someone who has faced this little monster in the top lane, he is not, first off, he was amazing before, but now, this little demon's going to absolutely roll if played correctly, in my opinion, because this thing hurts. You do not win trades, and it's just going to be level 3. He wins the lane. I am very curious what the top laner is going to be from SGR to kind of counter if Rumble does go top.
Yeah, I'd be imagining that maybe you would pick something like the Ornn to try and just negate any trades, as Ornn can just totally soak up some of that pressure. They banned the Camille away from SGR's top, so we're looking to see they're really investing in making sure that if this Rumble goes top, there's no way that that he doesn't get a lead and hopefully carry them outside of lane.
Now, in Friend or Foe, I have seen many a time teams that like to do the Galio-Camille combo wombo. And one, the Camille definitely beating the crap out of Rumble would be a good ban there, but also stopping that Galio into Hextech Ultimatum for a guaranteed kill is very good. Very good snipe over on the side of Poseidon Gaming. But I, on the other hand, can I be real with you right now, Tef? I'm really liking the draft of Poseidon. It's already looking really good. I love the CC coming out from the Rel. I love Hecarim in general, and Rumble, this could be a rough one for SGR.
Yeah, they're definitely looking to just be an all-in team. I mean, you have Hecarim. He can only go in. That's what his champion is designed to do. Rel can also only go in. And now they're hovering the Aphelios, which I personally am not a huge fan of, because I mean, Aphelios, he wants to normally fight and kite back where the enemies are walking into him. Oh, this Vayne pick would actually be, I'm a huge fan of this Vayne pick. She does very well into teams with lots of CC, as when she goes invisible, it can be very difficult to catch her out. She has a ton of mobility, and she can also follow up pretty decently well on the engages that we're going to see from Hecarim Rel, Rumble Ultimate. So now we're going to see where this Rumble's going. It's either going top or mid right now, depending on this last pick. Oh, it's a set.
I love it.
Set, you can still go set mid, but I'm imagining that this is definitely going to be a Rumble mid.
Tef, I love Poseidon's team comp. That set rounded it out for me. They have everything they need in this team comp to be successful. They have the damage, they have the backline dive, they have the engage, they have, once again, just nasty outputs of damage. I'm in love with it. But SGR, I'm looking over at their comp right now, and although we haven't seen that last pick, I'm getting a little nervous. What are your...
Okay, so they picked the Wukong.
A little bit of monkey time, okay.
Yeah, this Wukong is definitely, it has to match the set. I mean, you have pretty good matchups top and mid for SGR with the Galio able to soak up a lot of pressure from the Rumble as Galio gets a magic shield and he naturally gains MR through his W. And Wukong, as he auto attacks you, he gains armor, so that's the idea behind matching it against the set. So we're gonna see like SGR has pretty good matchups in lane. However, I believe that when it comes down to team fighting, Poseidon Gaming has like a super all-in team comp, and it's way easier to execute than what I would imagine the SGR one is, where they also like to dive in onto each other. And I mean, honestly, both of these teams have a lot of CC and a lot of dive potential, so it's going to be most likely a bloodbath of a game.
I do gotta ask, because I'm very excited, what is your pick, Tef? Which team is going to take us to the victory? You tell me yours, I'll tell you mine.
I'm gonna go with Poseidon Gaming. I think that they have maybe an easier comp to to fight with, and for that reason, I believe that they'll have just naturally an advantage coming into this game against SGR.
I'm also going to put my hat in for Poseidon Gaming because I'm excited about this comp. Although the Wukong is very, very cool, I'm going all in on this beautifully drafted team comp from Poseidon, because once we get into the Rift, we're going to see this play out very excitingly. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, hopping right into the Rift. It's going to be a blast. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited, Tap. This is going to be the one, because if we're looking across the board, the first thing my eyes pop to is going to be that Rumble Electrocute. That damage, gonna be dumb.
Yeah, I mean, the Rumble, normally I see Rumbles go for a Arcane Comet, but I guess what he's going for is he just needs to chunk out the Galio enough to actually gain a meaningful advantage in lane, and he believes that Comet is not going to do much, as the Galio will just negate that damage with his natural MR that champion has. But as we can see, pretty standard 5-point defense coming out from both teams. Both junglers got a ward on their top side to check for any any invades at any point in time, and we're gonna see both leash for both bot lanes, leash for their jungles.
Now, I do have to ask, I don't like playing ADC because I enjoy the game, but I do see the Kai'Sa with the Hail of Blades. Is that normally the Kai'Sa pick that you do see from that pick in the bot lane, especially against the Vayne Rel? Because in conjunction, she also took the exhaust, which implies it's going to be a very passive lane by comparison. That's a fair... Looks like Tef may have got a little bit of dark on us, but that's okay, because my first gut check is it's going to be just that, as we do see these teams kind of dance back and forth. Tef will get back to us soon, because I'm going to be honest with everyone here that this little fight in the top side is the one that I am most interested in. We do have the set v the Wukong, which, although both took Conquer, both also took TP, which is going to be quite the fun 1v1, because no one's really going to die unless they choose to, and even without the Ignite advantage that the Wukong usually takes, going to be kind of a rough one there for, I feel as though, Wukong, but we are still dancing around this lane. It looks like Tef is back. Tef, welcome back to the desk.
Sorry about that. I have had some internet latency for a moment. We're going to see the Galio push his second wave into turret, and he's going to roam out to reward that Pixel Brush and River. And like you were saying, yes, the Hail of Blades is pretty typical on the Kai'Sa. It gives her a lot of assassin potential, as when she jumps on you and she stacks up her passive really, really fast, she can instantly execute you with like her W, her Q isolated damage. And into Vayne, I would say it still makes sense. One thing though that I don't think we really talked about is that this Vayne blue heal almost immediately into the game, which is kind of strange. It must have been a misclick, I guess.
Well, I'm hoping for them it was a misclick, but it looks like she's pretty low.
Yeah.
It could have just been an all-in from maybe Rakan, but Rakan didn't blow Ignite, so that's a pretty big advantage away from Poseidon on that one.
Yeah, it is pretty tragic, I guess. Also, I guess if SGR doesn't know though, it isn't the end of the world. Oh, we're gonna
Hold on,
see
we have a little bit of
engage.
all-in. Ignite went live. It's gonna be a lot of damage. The flashes come out. They're trying to fight this back. There's all the condemn at the wall and the one-for-one trade. But Kaisa left alone with the Rel. The Rel did pick up the kill, and unfortunately, that went a little bit sour for Poseidon.
Yeah, I mean, you have to wonder if the Vayne had heal, that fight could have ended up totally differently. It's super, super unfortunate that that heal was blown earlier. But also at the same time, the wave isn't in a terrible spot for this Vayne. So
oh, hold on, we
Rel
got a little
should
bit of time.
Oh.
Oh, the flash just went about. I was hoping for the best, but it's really, really tough to kind of gank on that set. So, you know, it do be like that sometime. But yeah, no, if the heal was live, that could have been a completely different fight in the bot lane, and I'm genuinely curious what may have gone wrong. But oh, what's this?
And we're gonna, well, SGR
Ooh.
sees Bobrovsky invading here.
Okay, the Rakan goes in. This is Bobrovsky. There's nothing to play, but he's trying to get out. Rakan kicks at the kill, and now the Rel left to her own devices is going to be Turlon, but here comes the Vayne. This could be a turnaround. The Rel goes over the wall, and this is going to be a 3v3 fight, but oh my gosh, Crow's taking very, very low, and now a Rumble going in. A lot of damage coming from Gunsey. Now it's going to be a run away from G-Sport, flash for flash. The Kaisa gets condemned against the wall, but don't worry, here comes Volibear, and now the flash over the knockup. Three-man knockup! Unfortunate, and now the turnaround begun. It is just going to be complete devastation. But actually, not as bad as you might think, because Rumble might be going down here in the nigh future. Demon Lord is just go ahead and chase it. Meanwhile, oh no, Galley went back in. The triple kill for the Rumble. Why on earth? Oh no, and Demon Lord puts the kill, and now we have a 1v1 in the mid lane. It's going to be Gunsey versus the Demon Lord himself. The shield comes live, but Rumble for the early pre-quadra. Is this going to be it? Is this going to be a free quadra? My goodness, my gracious, my gosh. Unacceptable, a beautiful Bree roll back up from the Hecarim, who once died, came back up, and now you have a 4-0 Rumble 5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say that this, like, if this was any other champion who also got 4 kills, it would be huge, but a Rumble who can scale and teamfight really, really well it's looking really bad for SGR already. While the gold is also not in their favor too. Poseidon Gaming's up by 1,000, and it's really, really unfortunate for them. The Volibear, though,
the Volibear, exactly, yeah. The Volibear has some weight on him, and the Kai'Sa's not exactly doing bad herself. A little bit of scrumble, though, but no, this will be all right. Walk it out.
Wave's pushing towards SGR, so looks like they're going to try and freeze this and maybe get a gank from their Volibear, though the vision is completely in favor of Poseidon Gaming. They'll know if a gank is coming from this Volibear, unless it's a lane gank.
I am very much liking in this game the aggression coming out from SGR. They do, yes, they have a little bit of misplay. Yes, the Rumble is kind of giga-fed at the current present at the 6-minute marker, but I do like how aggro they are being, especially in this bot lane. Between Frozen and Warp, it is just, oh, speaking of which, the knockup goes live. It's going to be a knock away. It's going to be a stun. There's the Ignite. That's back away. And Ignite traded off for free, looks like, because Rakan is just A-okay. But no, the Crow goes in. I'm not sure if that was a play. The Condemn happens away. It's going to be the Q from the Rel to keep Vayne alive. But the TP coming in.
Oh,
TP for TP. Here comes Volibear. It's going to be a little bit of a wild ride here again. Here comes Kurdak. But here comes the rest of the team. There's the Rel knockup. There's going to be a lot of stuns. There's the set. And this is going to be quite a bit of damage. This Rumble's coming in for it's going to be a terror wave. There's the walk away. There's the 2 remaining trying to get away. And unfortunately, 2 members will go down, and Poseidon Gaming comes up ahead.
That's a very, very well-placed Rumble ultimate to bring those 2 kills, along with the set ult.
Oh, flash stun! Oh my gosh, the heal came out. The knockup gets nobody. There's another TP coming in. It doesn't stop, Tam. It doesn't stop because the Condemn actually saves the Rakan, and will they get the kill? No, they won't. The knock up the bump, and Warp on able to get a kill as the Rakan Frozen just walking away with a basically 1 HP.
This is certainly a bloodbath, like I said in draft. Both these team comps, they want to fight, they want to skirmish early, and both these team comps scale pretty well too. At least the Wukong can scale pretty well. The Vayne and the Kaisa both scale extremely well. The Rakan scales. Like, It's hard to say that one comp has a definitive advantage with both of these, both of these teams getting gold.
That rumble damage is already pretty real. You saw the E kind of just chunk the volley. Tef, this is a bit of dare I say, may I make the bold claim, at 8 minutes, a bit of a fiesta.
Absolutely a fiesta.
It's what I live for, Tef. This is why we here at Friend or Foe. This is the kind of games I'm all about. The only thing I'm missing here is Pyke, but honestly, beautiful TP responses from across the map.
Short little duel in the top lane. It's hard to say who would definitively win in a 1v1. The set has a Bramble Vest, so he might actually have like more raw dueling power against the Wukong. Also, I would like to point out, this Volibear is going for a Triforce build, which is kind of strange. Typically the meta jungle build for Volibear is the Chem Tank, but I mean, I'm interested to see how this goes. Volibear can't do a lot of damage.
Hold on, the roll goes back in. It's going to be a little bit of hopping around, skip around. There's a stun, 2-man stun now. Comes the rest of the teams once again. Warp being forced around. The Galio ult coming through. Warp's still alive. Ignite didn't kill, but Hecarim goes to the backline. That's going to be 1 kill on the Warp now. Unfortunately, Frozen will go down. There's going to be, and now it's going to be a 3v2 situation happening here. The Volibear taking very, very low. Volibear forced to ult out, but it won't matter because the Crow picks up the kill, and the tower dive won't go through. But a beautiful play from Poseidon Gaming.
Yeah, it looks unfortunate for, SGR, as almost every single time they look like they're looking to make a play, there's too good of a response. Oh,
hold on, the flash, the suplex! Oh no! There's the tower shot, barely left alive! A good try from Crit Addict, but unfortunately Wukong, with the edge of his life, walks it out.
Yeah, that's ults and flashes burned from both top laners. So we're going to see ultless and flashless and TP-less top laners for the next 2 minutes or so. They have a pretty isolated matchup. We could see maybe a solo kill coming out.
Oh my gosh, it doesn't stop. There's the rumble. Oh my gosh, Tef, my heart and my voice cannot take if this rumble keeps being everywhere, because we are 10 minutes in the game, 16 kills across the board, a 3K gold lead in favor of Poseidon. It's wacky and wild out here.
It certainly is, and he's going to be back in mid lane to catch the wave fast enough too, which is good for him. We're going to see Volibear start up the Rift Herald, which could, get them a pretty decent chunk of change as long as they are able to put it down before 14 minutes and get some of those plates. Bobrovsky's just farming out his top side. Both junglers have even amounts of farm, and Hecarim though, he's going to be an insane menace once it comes to these team fights.
Crit, I like this. Demon Lord, you're a little bit caught out. Oh, the flash has come out, and the rest of the teams are responding, but kind of a weird flash. It do be like that though. I think it's for the safety, but you have a little bit of engaged. But you actually have to get out. But it's gonna be a Rakan ultimate. Ignite goes live. Flash comes, or kill comes out, and that's gonna be a lot of damage from Rakan. There's gonna knock up. Will Crow survive? Crow does survive. Kai'Sa not able to get in the backline, but she ults in, and now it's gonna be a dancing around. The flash comes out. The condemn goes out. Now it's gonna be trying their best, but no! Unfortunately, the best was not good enough. A double kill for the Kai'Sa in the bot lane.
Yeah, and that's Rakan flash and ignite burned on a losing play, which is super unfortunate. Oh, they're backing on a ward.
Oh no, there's gonna be so much damage. Here comes the rumble. There goes the team. Oh no, a double kill for this Gunsy in the bot lane.
This is a 7-0-1 Rakan at, or not Rakan, sorry, Rumble at 11 minutes into this game.
Oh, you don't get to talk, my friend, because it's going to be a top, and then it's going to be another one. Oh, there's two posts goes backwards, trying to get away. Haymaker's trying to save a little bit of time, but there's a double ultimate from that Wukong, and there's the turret shut off. And unfortunately, Crit, you don't have the Haymaker, and you don't have a life. A kill for the top laner.
Yeah, so I guess, oh, they're popping down the Rift Herald here too. So something to note is that this Wukong is definitely winning this matchup. He has a kill and about 20 CS, and he's going to get a couple plates from this Rift Herald crashing. He's definitely going to have way more gold than the set, so maybe he's going to be able to turn this into a meaningful lead and snowball it, where he can, just negate, hopefully, and get on top of the Rumble and just prevent the Rumble from actually just destroying the whole team in these fights, but it's definitely going to be difficult.
You mentioned destroying whole teams, and unfortunately for you, I have to point out this Night Harvester, Sork Shoes, Electrocute Wheeling Rumble is going to kind of do just that. If this Rumble wants to, anyone over at SGR dies for free.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you're really supposed to play against it.
Oh no, Crow,
Oh
Crow,
no.
Crow. Whoa, no, we're not gonna know. It's gonna be a bot lane dot. Yep, there's gonna be the Recon. There's Warp getting another kill. Crow goes down, left to their own devices. A 5-3 Kaisa in this bot lane.
Yeah, this Kaisa going for a, I would say a less conventional build. I prefer the Kraken Slayer rather than the Gale Force, but I guess he's against the enemy team comp where so much of it is hard CC into him. He's assuming that the extra dash is going to be very, very valuable.
Sure, it goes down. It looks like Wukong trying to do some monkey stuff, which monkeys do best. Crit is A-okay. He's still set. We'll walk it out, but
That is a 2-level difference top lane though, which is can be
kidding.
very, very like dangerous for this set. He will lose a 1v1 against this super powerful Wukong, who does have his mythic item already.
Now, I do love that the Rumble is 7-0. That's really fun. That's really neat. But we need to also, once again, go back and address the Kaisa being as big as the Kaisa is still going to be a problem over for Poseidon because, let's face it, Kaisas that are ahead are just as nasty, if not more so, for that consistent pumped-out damage. And I don't think Hecarim or the set who's trying to dive that backline are going to have a really good time of it.
I can see that this Hecarim, I mean, she's going to have a hard time surviving a Rumble ultimate at this point. And a Hecarim ulting on top of her, she has to basically just either ult out or Gale Force out in order to survive long enough to put out some damage. She's definitely in a very difficult position, but I mean, this is where, you know, she has a lead, she has to put the team on her back and, you know, carry. It is ADC.
Yeah, it do be in the name like that, and we see a kind of a 4-man hover bot and kind of giving up a little bit of mid-tower pressure here in exchange for what I can assume is just kind of nothing as they set up for this Drake.
They're setting up for Dragon, yeah. Set has TP top. He's gonna walk down. I think I would rather see him push out this top lane wave and just look to TP mid or TP behind and help.
Oh, here comes the monkey. Here comes the monkey. Here comes the monkey. The roll goes in, but unfortunately the backline gets knocked up by the monk. Here comes the Galio for that knockup. Oh, the Volley Bear too as well. And now SGR falling one by one. There's only 2 members left with the knockup on the Galio. The Volley Bear tearing away. And Crit acted, you're left by your own self, but that's not going to be enough because there's the stun, there's the knockup, there's the pump, there's the ace. A beautiful turnaround from SGR.
5-0 fight for SGR.
We are going to get a replay. This is Tef. This is you got to hit me with these fat facts because that was a wild fight. Beautifully played by the Wukong.
So what happens is this Wukong, they see him almost the whole time. I mean, at least Poseidon Gaming does. He's walking over a control ward right now. They should be wary of where his pathing is going to be. They should know that he's going to come around his backside through the tri-brush. The Rakan jumps in and helps engage, and the Galio and Volibear all follow up with their ultimates. It's very, very well played and a super powerful combo. And it instantly pops this Rumble, who didn't even get to flash or put down his ultimate in this fight. Very, very unlucky fight, I guess, for the side of POG.
Absolute devastation. POG, they were doing great in the beginning, but the bot lane of SGR just showing up to play League of Legends today.
Yeah, and we're going to see if it's going to be an Infernal or a Mountain Soul for this game. Both of these comps would do great with either of them, honestly. It is going to be an Infernal Soul, which if you have a Vayne, a Rumble, a Hecarim, like both of these comps would absolutely love to have it. I would just be more terrified of Poseidon Gaming's.
Now, it's not. I feel as though it's not necessarily too late for Poseidon Gaming. Go ahead and give me your 2 cents because we do know that given enough time, Vayne will do what Vayne does best in 1v9. But how much time is too much time, and how do they really kind of get that Vayne back ahead? Because it looks like they lose these fights 10 out of 10 times.
They have to play very, very smart around vision. If this Wukong keeps on getting on the back line for free, there is no chance that this Vayne is actually going to be able to carry. She won't have peel, and she'll be CC'd until she dies right as soon as the fight starts. So that's, if you're Poseidon Gaming, you have to make sure that you're playing around vision and you're playing around creating a safe bubble for your Vayne so that once this fight does happen, she's able to carry you and basically blow up the whole front line of SGR.
Now, I feel as though I'm obligated to mention this game is not over yet, mostly because it is only a 3K gold lead in favor of SGR. Poseidon Gaming is still in this, down 3 kills, and down 2 towers compared to their opponents. But it is a Drake for a Drake, and we are kind of looking to maybe fight over this rift, which could be an exciting next team fight. Hold on, there goes the Rel. Rel goes in, gets a little bit of a pick, gets a stun, but unfortunately by herself, no follow-up. And there's the ultimate from the Rumble. Now it's going to be a little bit of a slap fest as Demon Lord brought very low. Flash comes out. Demon Lord forced ult away, brought very, very low. It's going to be actually the Hecarim goes in for the ultimate. Flash comes out. Now it's going to be the Galio by himself, Street Surfer by himself. There's going to be walking out as well, and a lot spent for nothing other than Demon Lord being forced away from the objective.
Yeah, that is Rumble. That's both of Rumble's summoners for not even a pick. It's not even like they got a ton of river vision for that play. So I'm gonna have to say that's not very worth it. Oh,
Monkey going in, Chromatic maybe a little bit of trouble. There's the suplex going out. It's gonna be Haymaker coming out as well. It's a lot of damage. The Flash comes out. Monkey going for something, but Rumble is here. And oh my gosh! There's the bop from the Rumble, and unfortunate Monkey gets put back in the zoo.
That's an empowered E from an extremely fed Rumble. He absolutely he will execute almost anyone if you're below 25% HP at this point in the game.
I almost forgot, since the last team fights have not been in favor of the Rumble. Oh, my goodness, that damage is real, huh? I almost forgotten how much Deed actually hurts, because the last few team fights he's been kind of just there. But that damage from Gunsy is still very, very real.
Yeah, he can definitely, him and this Vayne are in a position where as long as enough time passes, they will be able to carry these fights. They can, I mean, Rumble can definitely still carry these fights now. It just has to be, it's like, you know, you want the perfect storm for him where he gets a great ultimate onto at least like 3 or 4 people and he's able to peel away for his Vayne and just prevent, like, you know, the instant death that we saw in that one dragon fight.
Speaking of dragon fights, we do have the next Drake coming up in 1:35, as well as Baron coming up in 47 seconds. So there are going to be some big objectives on the map that are populating, especially with the Infernal Soul being the end-all be-all. This could be some more scrappy stuff. At this point, they have to fight for it, both teams, because that Soul can't let it get away from you, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if your team is feeling like they're on the back foot, though, you can argue that giving the first one of these Infernal Drakes isn't the worst and that it gives you more time to farm up, though I don't believe that either of these team comps are like going to decide to do that. And with the Baron and the Dragon spawning at the same time, both of these supports and jungles are going to be hard pressure to find, you know, vision on both objectives.
Now, speaking of vision, look at the map right now. The vision is pretty dark across the board, but oh, I might spoke too soon. Rel? Okay, Rel's A-okay, but we are clearing vision here in the top side over in favor of SGR, trying to get that vision controlled on the pit, but it looks like the Drake is going to be the next play up ahead.
Yeah, SGR with full vision control of this river, except for a couple wards. That one ward on their top side, and this one in the line brush. Now, if you're Poseidon, you are walking in blind to a Galio, of Wukong, a Rakan. You're walking in and just hoping that they're not right there ready to kill you. Like, well,
we have a 5v5 coming up. You can feel it in your bones, Tef, because you can see the set rolling up. You know there's vision blind over on the side of Poseidon Gaming, but it's gonna, that monkey, there we go again, that potential flank monkey. Oh.
Poseidon Gaming positioning on the top side, they were able to actually create a whole safe area of vision for their carries here.
He flashed monkey ultimate. There's gonna be the ultimate coming out of Galio. The ultimate comes out from Rumble. Doesn't matter. There's a lot of damage coming out. It's gonna be a whole lot of pain in the back line. And now Gunsy forced to retreat, and Demon Lord getting a kill in vain. Now is Gunsy actually able to get out there and barely alive is frozen. Now the remains of Poseidon on the run. It is a 5v3. Gunsy about very, very low. There's a taunt. Oh, the flash away from the taunt, and it's gonna be a Drake possible take. A beautiful play, yet again, a great team fight from SGR.
Yeah, and something that we noted that you should notice is that while, you know, both, like I said, both these team comps, they have incredible dive onto the enemy team. As soon as this fight happens, Rel and Hecarim dive onto the extremely mobile carries, or just of carry, as in the Kaisa, of SGR, and she just survives the whole thing, so...
Every single time this monkey gets in the back line, this combo happens and it works out, as of right now, 100% of the time. If Poseidon Gaming can't figure out where this monkey is, it's going to roll at this every single time, every single team fight.
Yeah, I mean, and also having your rel blow flash is really, really unlucky because now you're looking at like setting up around vision around Baron if you're SGR, and you can force them to walk into you without support flash. And if you're support and you're face checking into the whole enemy team without your flash, you are most likely dead right away. This is a very advantageous position for SGR. I would imagine that they will back here and get some control wards and set up vision around the topside river, as well as push out mid and top.
With each passing team fight, Tef, you see the goal disparity change ever so slightly. Currently 5K in favor of SGR. Poseidon slowly but surely being knocked out of relevance as Rumble's 8-1, but what is everyone else doing? And that's the unfortunate truth that if Rumble is knocked out of these fights, well, then what?
Yeah, there's definitely an argument to be made for the Rumble to just go in side lane, because he would be able to match this Wukong and most likely kill the Wukong in a side lane. The only problem is that this Rumble doesn't have TP, meaning if there were to be a fight that gets started across the map, he's not there to join them. Whereas the Wukong or the Galio would be able to. And it's tough because then he has no other way of really flexing his lead that he has. As we've seen in almost all of these team fights, he is instantly killed or CC'd and then killed. There's not a lot of ability for him to put his his advantage out on the field.
I don't know if Crit is going to respect the Monkey because Monkey is hovering that bot side in terms of trying to match him. But now it looks like, Tef, the Baron will be the next kind of objective because the next Drake comes up in 3 minutes. So unless both sides decide to hang out, it very well could be either team's Baron. But honestly, it feels like with that Kaisa being 7-3 and as built as she is, that should be an easy Baron take, or at least an easy Baron pressure.
Oh yeah, if she gets enough time on this Baron, she will probably kill it in like less than 30 seconds, which for, having only one super strong carry on your team is very fast.
Not to mention, I do want to kind of point out here the CS differences are across the board, but now I want to talk about Street Smurf because when I have seen Street Smurf in the past perform like an absolute mad lad on carries, this Galio being down that 20 CS, being kind of the 1-7 support player that I did not kind of foresee him being, I'm digging it so far. I've been enjoying seeing Street Smurf kind of take that backline role and just kind of watch him kind of help out this ADC.
Yeah, and he's compared to the Volibear and the Wukong too. He's definitely in a position that's far more utility based for his team, and I would say he's definitely playing it to a T, perfectly timing his ultimates and syncing it with the rest of his team's engage to just totally destroy the enemy team in these fights.
I think if you were to look back at this VOD 100, it's hard to say 100, but almost every single time that Monkey has gone in, that Galio has almost instantly ulted on top of the Monkey. It has been a beautiful play every single time, and I have to respect it because that is the kind of plays that you're seeing SGR walk away with.
And just win with. Like, these are plays that are not extremely advanced, but, to be pulling them off so consistently and winning so hard with them is, it's a very good sign of a strong team.
Now, I was goofing earlier when I said the teams will hang out until Drake is going to spawn, but look, the teams have hung out, and Drake will spawn in about 1 minute 15. So Drake Pit looking pretty barren, save one control ward towards that top side of SGR. So it looks like they're going to pause it for the Baron possibly, but Drake is up in 1 minute.
Yeah, both of these teams always have to be careful. Oh,
Hecarim. Oh, okay. Just scared him, Tap. Just scared him. Yep. Give him a good old spook. It's all right.
Yeah, but both of these teams, I mean, you have a 2-item Vayne, she can, and a Rumble. They will both destroy this Baron if they are able to, like, if they are given time. Same with this Kaisa. Like, both these teams have to be super, super careful to not just like randomly give up vision pressure of topside river, and that would lead to, potentially a game-saving, call from Poseidon Gaming where they just full commit on killing this Baron. I think that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to try and trade Baron for this dragon.
I mean, at what point, Tef, is that going to be the play? Because that's one Drake closer to Soul, and they're not even going to try. They're just going to keep trading vision for vision, it looks like, and have given up completely on
Well,
that Drake.
the Drake hasn't spawned. It'll spawn in 10 seconds. I'm assuming that they're just trying to, you know, create the space so that once it, yeah, exactly. They're starting it right now. They're trying to pull and force SGR to fight them on their own terms onto a place that they have the full vision.
Rumble's here. Okay, no ultimate coming out for Rumble, though I felt it in my bones. And now it's just kind of a song and dance here in the mid side of the map. Crit Addict looking for something, unable to get anything off of that. And Monkey, what's Monkey up to?
Yeah,
uh-oh.
He's doing the dragon.
Yup, left to his own devices. Monkey gonna carry game if given the chance. All right, now here comes the rest of the team fight. There's going to be probably an ultimate coming out. There's going to be the ultimate not able to actually steal anything. And now it's going to be a simple walk away. Both teams aside. That's going to be it. Drake was got over for SGR. And it might just be a straight run to Baron.
I would expect that both these teams feel as though they need to replenish on wards and vision so that, oh, it looks like they might be trying to feign pressure here on Baron. Yeah, this Void Seeker is going to show that there is no one doing the Baron for this Kai'Sa. This Kai'Sa doing a good job of creating vision for her team.
Honestly, now I got to ask you, because it feels like Poseidon was, the ultimate came out from Rumble, that's great. Try to steal, that's awesome. But that was a try to steal ultimate. I feel like they're too scared to try to take these team fights, and they just kind of gave that Drake for free.
Yeah, I mean, it is third dragon for the side of SGR, and if you give them one more, I mean, that's Soul, and you're going to have a really hard time fighting a Galio, a Wukong, a Volibear, the whole team when they have an Infernal Soul on them. So I can only imagine that their idea is that they're hoping to create enough time to farm up and win a Baron fight, and then get Baron, and that's how they will equalize the team.
Okay, a little bit of a scuffle here in the bot lane, but it should be okay. I don't think anything's going to come out of it. And it looks like SGR, they might be either clearing or doing their own feint for that Baron because, oh, this is gonna be scary there, Tef.
Yeah, they have both mid and top pushed all the way up, so they're trying to create, you know, wide spots of pressure all across the map. They're backing off from the Baron now, but that is a very easy way of creating like forcing the enemy team to create a decision and commit to it, either watching you and preventing you from doing Baron, or going and farming those waves on the top side.
Okay, well, Set is backing. Monkey nowhere to be found. And once again, Tef, we're just dancing around this Baron pit. We are playing the game, and guess what? I was going to make the joke earlier, but we're at 3 minutes out until the next Drake. It just feels like we're waiting till Drake.
Yeah, and I think if you're Poseidon Gaming, you have to be worried. You're kind of on a timer here for the next 3 minutes. Your best bet is to fight around Baron, most likely, especially if you are able to set up vision before the enemy team even comes into the river, so that at least they'll be fighting into you. But I mean, if you don't do something in the next 2.5 minutes, you're basically resigning yourself like, we need to steal this next dragon or we just lose the game.
And that's the, oh, there's the ultimate, there's the flash, there's going to be Rel coming in, Rel by herself, teleport coming in, there's going to be a 4-man stun, doesn't really matter, no follow-up though, because the rest is the Hecarim diving into Volibear. Volibear had all out, it's going to be the Kai'Sa again as well. Meowly in the backline, the flash comes out, now it's the Rumble by himself, Rumble gets knocked up, Rumble gets stunned, and unfortunately the stopwatch comes out, and now Frozen left his own devices, now it's going to be Monkey. Meanwhile, in the backline, it's going to be a lot of damage coming out in the Galio. Galio actually tied up in Gunsy, and now it's just going to be the suplex in the backline, there's the flash, there's the damage, there's a lot from Crit Addict, and now Monkey forced to run, Wukong on the chase, but it's not going to matter, Bravosky trying to do something, it's going to be a knock, and that's going to be a kill from Bravosky, double kill, and it's right to Baron, only survivor, Volibear.
Yeah, so you also kind of have to wonder, why is the Rakan pulling the trigger on engaging on the Vayne here mid? I mean, they have a very clear win condition in getting this last dragon. It makes almost no sense to try and commit onto this fight and potentially losing the game for it.
That was the turnaround that Poseidon Gaming needed to kind of get back into this game. It was a hectic team fight, not as coordinated the last one. We sang too many praises because I want you to watch this set. Look at this set kind of get in there and do his dang old job, and it was beautifully played from him.
Yeah, this R is incredible.
Absolutely perfect. Arden pulls the skull, cracks some skulls together, and then just picks up some kills.
Yeah, that probably... didn't necessarily solo win them the fight, but it definitely was a huge contributor in getting 4 of these kills. Otherwise, you would only see maybe one, maybe 2 at a time. But you would definitely, like, you can thank this set ultimate and Flash for getting you this Baron.
Now, I don't think Demon takes this, but I've been wrong before, kind of hovering in the area. Might try to use, you know,
He
Call
doesn't
of
have
Thunder,
ultimate,
yeah,
so he can't really get over the wall to smite it. Yeah, he's unable to get in.
Baron for sure. Hey, it is what it is, and that's going to be blue team picking up Baron. Poseidon Gaming having a nice advantage back into this game, and 30 minutes only being down 1,000 gold as opposed to the 5,000 they were about a minute ago.
Yeah, that Baron is a super easy way for them to get back into this game. And now there's only 1 minute until this next dragon spawns, and they just got a full back and a full buy for their whole team. They're in a pretty good spot to contest this Drake. Vayne's going to pick up the red and she's going to back. She'll probably pick up a full item. Yeah, she just finished her IE. This is a 3-item Vayne. If she gets time to free hit in this fight, she will absolutely destroy the whole of SGR.
If I were Poseidon, I know how I'd win this game right now. It is to steal this Drake. Not just to deny that soul, but to crush the aspirations and hope. Oh, the ultimate comes out. Wukong actually out very, very low from that ultimate from Gunsy. And now here comes Roll to respond. The ultimate comes out for Gal. Oh no, that Hecker in the back line dealing a lot of damage. But actually, able to kill. Shutdown goes on the Polar Bear. And actually, Wukong able to get out. But there's the suplex, there's the damage, there's the knocks, and so much happening. Kaiser going in the back line, but unfortunately, stun will go down. Crow actually picks up the kill. And now 2 left. Oh, right, SGR on the run. Galio left away, but the Vayne is doing Vayne stuff. And look at that, a double kill. Hecarim wants to pick up the Rakan. Who's faster? It's the pony. An ace for Poseidon Gaming. What has happened, Tef?
Well, they actually found a very, very good pick on that Wukong. That Wukong was up in mid lane without immediate pressure from his team, so he actually gets caught out and is unable to be saved by the Volibear, who dies immediately. This Volibear spawning in 9 seconds, he might not be able to even stop this siege.
I think it's just done, Tef. I think this is it. I think this is Poseidon Gaming
just won that one.
Oh, well, GGWP. Volibear goes in, but who gives the crap, because that's going to be a game set and match over for Poseidon Gaming. That was intense.
Props to the Rumble for knowing to pull the trigger on that ultimate. That ultimate single-handedly secured that pick onto Wukong, and that won them the game.
Absolute nutty. My heart and my points for the channel were both on the line. I'm like, no, I put everything towards you, Poseidon. I loved your team comp. What's happening? But they just decided, hey, what if we play League of Legends? And then they just did. Wukong was caught out, torn apart. Unfortunately, the rest of SGR wanted to respond to that. And look at the Rumble. But also, Tef, look at the Vayne. For the Vayne being 2-7, suddenly in the game at 4 some of that kills, still was pumping out that damage for free.
That's a 3-item Vayne for you. Like, that champion will absolutely melt you if she gets to stick onto you long enough. Also, I'm actually surprised at how much damage this Rel did. It did more damage than the Hecarim, I believe.
I mean, that is something for them to analyze in their own time, but that is actually the case. Either Rel is broken or Hecarim maybe just dive in the back line one too many times, but a beautiful play. And ladies and gentlemen, stick around. We have more League of Legends coming out for you. That was a fantastic game. You know we have more fantastic ones here at Friend or Foe, so stick around.
Hello, folks. Chris Edgeworth here on the interview desk with Poseidon Gaming's Victorious Bobrovsky. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling okay. Yeah, it's a rough game. How are you?
I'm doing great. That game was really interesting. Talk me about the plan coming into this game. What was your draft plan? Was it just to let the Gunsy Gap happen on Rumble again?
Yeah. I mean, we had a plan going into the game where we just wanted to push them really hard early on. We kind of strayed away from our plan, and things got a little bit messy. But I'm really happy with the group that I brought together, and we stuck through it. And yeah, I think everybody showed a lot of diversity in the early game, and they were able to focus together, and we were able to rally a win.
Yeah, definitely. I was gonna bring that up because about 14 minutes in, it was even, and then there was a big ace, and then it went to a 3K gold lead. You guys were actually behind in gold even after you managed to turn that fight.